I would agree with you. And that's, again, my bias is, I would assume yours is too, is we've worked as clinicians. You've seen patients. And that interaction with patients as an actual physician responsible for their care is invaluable when you're trying to redesign a workflow, or when you're trying to do user experience, or even when you're trying to go through and figure out what the requirements are for some type of digital health solution. And even if you don't want to go that fancy, just figuring out what the technology is supposed to do without that actual real life experience, it's theoretical, it's hypothetical. And I have seen, as I'm sure as of you, a lot of startups have gotten very bright, smart people out of these medical programs or combined programs who have a lot of school smarts. But I would say that from my experience, though I have to admit I wasn't real thrilled about it at the time, but I'm appreciating it now, there aren't a lot of jobs for folks that are hired just because they're nice, smart people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You need to have that actual practical experience to weigh it and then be able to apply it in a practical manner. And I don't think that, for the most part, and again, this is just my opinion, I don't want to offend anybody, but just coming out of school because you're a bright, smart person, then going right into digital health, I don't know if that gives you all the perspective you need. Again, I hate to pull out anecdotes, but I remember being kind of recruited for a small startup, that smart McKinseyite who had done a residency or part of a residency and decided this was a better way to go. They were looking for a chief medical officer. And one of the folks came up and asked me about, hey, would you be interested in kind of jumping in on this as a startup? We'll give you some equity and a fraction of your salary, but someday it can grow to be something big. And I'm like, okay, but what do you need me to do?